All right, I am live. Um, Due to the fact that I have seen multiple psychologists and psychiatrists who say that I am not delusional and I am not schizophrenic, and since Natalie was killed, every excuse that they made was based on pretending that I was schizophrenic and delusional, I now get to be able to take these folks to court, overturn everything, and show evidence. I can not only show the crimes that were committed against me, I can also show the crimes that were committed to try to hide the other crimes. I can show you the crimes that were committed to help my predators. And if I can get the body cameras from the Dual County Sheriff's Department, as well as the Cheyenne County Sheriff's Department and the Garden County Sheriff's Department, we're going to have some arrests here in the state of Nebraska, including Scott DaCosta, Leslie Snell, and Robert Warnick. On my agenda for the day, mind you, my heart is racing 100 miles a minute. Um, I'm going to write down the names and the emails of all these places. Nebraska Attorney General's office got back to me, and so did the Nebraska State Patrol. So I've got to compile a list of their email addresses as well as some different media addresses and some people who offered to help addresses, as well as some people who previously were going to help that did some wrong things. That's evidence. So they're going to be included in that, only in the fact that I'm going to show that these people were actually involved, that it wasn't some schizophrenic delusion. I've been trying to do that on this channel for a while. The thing that's going to make this one a little bit different, it's going to be all general mail and all general sent, through general emails to the entire group. The media will have access to every single shred of evidence. The Nebraska State Patrol will have access to every single shred of evidence. The media is probably the most important part, and that sucks to say, but if you look at who the media cares about, well, those are the ones that the media posts about the most. And the ones they post about the most are the ones that Americans pay attention to. Now, obviously, the media has not done me right in the past. Obviously, the Nebraska State Patrol has not done me right in the past. I first started trying to contact the Nebraska State Patrol about Scott DaCosta in 2018. He was trying to hide crimes committed by his officers, and it was not okay. So I'm going to write down all those emails, put them all in one email where I'm going to send basically a cover letter so that everybody knows what it is that my intention is 100%. I'm going to let them know where the evidence is. I'm going to show the crimes that were committed by a lot of people. I'm going to show you a lot of their admissions of it. Um, just those people that are in that email, they're the only ones who I will give access to it. A lot of the reason for that is because they're uncut and unedited. You have no idea. I don't know how to edit for crap. It takes me probably an hour and a half to 2 hours to go through 20 screenshots just so that I can use the paintbrush and smear out the phone number on it so that I can post it up as evidence on Facebook without getting in trouble. So the people in this group, since it's law enforcement and things of that nature, they're going to have access to those phone numbers. They're going to have access to these people's email addresses. They're going to have access to all of the stuff that helps them to cross reference and check and verify the information. Like just saying that it was Miss Shelley's number doesn't make it good enough. The fact that it is Miss Shelley's number and it is documented and it is in those screenshots, sure, the ones that are on Facebook, that part is scribbled out, but I didn't scribble it out on all of them. What I did was I made a copy of the ones that had the phone number on it, and then I took the copy, and that's the one that I edited so that it didn't have the phone number on it. So I still have all of that. So I can send that stuff to the media and to the Nebraska State Patrol and also the Nebraska Attorney General's office. I'm going to be trying to send everything that I can via, online. I can do the email thing now. I'm a lot better at that. There's enough room in memory on this computer that I can go at it for a while. Um, when this computer starts getting really full, I'll take a lot of that stuff, put it on some more USB drives so that I have access to it and I can start using USB drives to take evidence off of this computer to send them, and this computer to send them, as well as this iPad, these 3 telephones here, and where did I put my telephone? The one that actually still works. That way they'll have all of it. Now, with all of those people involved, and also with the fact that I'm going to be writing my complaints about the FBI, about the Nebraska State Patrol, about the Dual County Sheriff's Department, and about how the courts have treated me. Also, the fact that this took place across multiple jurisdictions. The fact that I was repeatedly lied to, and my autism advocate can verify this. I was repeatedly lied to by law enforcement. I have recordings between myself and Tara Smith from the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services. She's supposed to be working with the cases involving abuse against the disabled, I do believe, disabled adults. When I call her, these phone calls are going to have to be made with someone like my autism advocate, just to make sure that it is verified. Now, I am exhausted. I am scared shitless. I am emotionally fried. I'm going to try to lay down and go to sleep. I'm going to put on some Rachel Platten. She usually calms me down. And when I get up, I will compile that list. I'll start sending out the first email. It's also going to include people like Jennifer Dejowski, who wrote an article for Heavy D. I'm also going to go through some of my recent videos here. And in the regular comment section, I'm going to start posting links that show that I was telling the truth about the things that I said in those videos. I'm going to show you a bunch of stuff from different psychiatrists, different psychologists, different medical studies. I mean, you guys are really going to get an education if you can hold your ADHD long enough to pay attention to it all. If it's something that you're interested in, you'll probably be doing pretty good. You'll probably pay attention to all of it. If it's stuff that you're not interested in, you'll do what most people do. You'll zone out and go play video games or start a conversation and miss a bunch of important details. But we'll see. I'm going to get that sent out tonight. Since it's just the cover letter, I will make a copy of the cover letter and I will read it aloud here. And I will also post the cover letter on my Facebook so that everybody is aware of what I am doing. And I'm also going to let everybody know that's in that group through that cover letter that um, well, that information, a lot of it is private information, and the only reason that it is being shared with them is number one, safety reasons, and number two, to see that justice is done and to make sure that everybody actually does their job. If there are people who are involved, actually involved, that are on my side, that are looking out for me and looking out for my rights, and the Nebraska State Patrol is fully aware of it, and the Nebraska Attorney General's office is fully aware of it. They are far more likely to investigate. They are far more likely to do their jobs. Also, with the evidence that I'm going to send them in the first round, they're going to have enough there to get warrants enough to search, well, a lot of places here in town due to the Dual County Sheriff's Department. They're going to have the ability to present warrants to at least arrest Scott DaCosta and Leslie Snell. Um, and shortly thereafter, they're going to have the ability to arrest Robert Warnick, and they will probably have the ability to arrest William Barr should he decide to come back to the state of Nebraska. That's the thing about making sure that someone from the media is involved. Cops are scared shitless of the media for the same reason I am. They can just as easily spin a bullshit narrative whenever they want, or expose you entirely if you're actually doing something wrong. Now, I'm going to admit I did a lot of things that y'all might consider wrong. I also admitted to all of those things because I actually did those things. Now, most of the stuff I was accused of, I didn't do. I'm not going to admit to that stuff because I didn't do it. And the things that I did do, I did out of desperation because so many crimes were being committed against me by law enforcement over false narratives. A lot of people were under the assumption that when Natalie Bollinger, when her killer was found, that magically this would all go away, and it didn't. I had to deal with drama hounds and drama mongers, and I am certain that Natalie's family had to deal with the same drama mongers because I have evidence of them having to deal with the same drama mongers. These people who are wanting to twist and manipulate every damn thing, pretending like they were my friend and pretending like they're their friend and pretending like they're trying to be helpful. But you know what? As soon as Kara Johnson Miles got busted lying, that's when her and Miss Shelley did the most horrible shit. Prior to that, they were pretending like they were my friends. Matter of fact, I have an autism advocate now. Shelley's friend, who she was pretending was going to help me, this lady was Kara Johnson Miles, who was pretending that she was an autism advocate. She was pretending that she was something that she wasn't. And while she was pretending to be my friend, while she was pretending that she was trying to help and she was just being a go between for me and Shelley, she was posting horrible shit that was untrue about me in these Facebook groups and laughing about it, saying that all sorts of horrible shit should happen to me. And thank goodness for Shannon Alvarado, because you know what? Although if you go back through my videos, you'll see a lot of parts where I'm pissed off at Shannon Alvarado for the things that she did. You'll also see that there are a lot of videos where I praise her for the things that she did. Because here's the thing, she had her heart in the right place. It was her alcoholism that got in the way. I'm not saying that it's okay that she did these things because she's an alcoholic, because that's absolutely not right. What I'm saying is that alcoholism is a tough thing. It's not just a tough thing for the alcoholic, it's a tough thing for everyone around them, and that is exactly the point. I don't hate Shannon Alvarado. I absolutely love Shannon Alvarado. She is a great and wonderful person. But surrounding her autism, or surrounding her alcoholism, it's a completely different story. Most of you who have drug addict or alcoholic parents, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Most of you who deal with alcoholics probably know what I'm talking about to at least some degree. Anyway, I'm going to end this video now. I'm pretty exhausted and I'm pretty tired. My jitters are a little bit away because at least I'm documenting what it is that I'm planning on doing. If anything happens to me between now and being able to do it, well, to start calling places and seeing if I was put in the hospital or jail on trumped up bullshit. That's what they do every time I try to turn them in. They charge me that weren't committed, and then they hold me as long as they can, and then they drop the charges. At the hospitals, they don't want to hold me that long. That's a great thing. They take me in on a 72-hour hold, and they let me out. In Scotts Bluff, they let me out in under 20 hours. Because I wasn't suicidal. I wasn't attempting suicide. I was trying to turn in the cops. The very cops that took me to the hospital and lied to the hospital staff. Are you not seeing how this works? Well, we have people nationwide being killed by injections given to them over, well, you guys see these frame jobs that they throw up there. The situation with Elijah McClain and many others. They've done that to me repeatedly. Because I am tenacious as fuck and I will not give up. I will keep speaking out until something is done about my predators. And I can prove the crimes that they committed, and they work together with others in other places and other jurisdictions to do these things and to commit these crimes. That includes Dual County Sheriff Scott DaCosta. When you guys get to hear the conversations with Tara Smith, which, if I'm sending it in those emails, well, the media probably knows how to edit these things better than I could, and they could edit it out to make whatever scenario they want, or they could do the right thing, show the whole thing, and just beep out the parts that I don't know how to beep out. I'm sure they're aware of what they're allowed to release to the public and what they're not. I'm sure they'll know to bleep out social security numbers and telephone numbers and things of that nature. My situation could change laws across the entire United States. I didn't just document in Colorado. I didn't just document in Nebraska. I didn't just document in Washington State and California and Virginia, all since Natalie was killed. I also documented in Hardin, Montana, where we have hundreds of Native Americans who are missing. Over 100 missing Native Americans in just a 10-year period from that area. So all of these people are going to get to see actual video footage of situations that I was involved in. They're going to get to see the actual evidence itself, all of the evidence. There's a lot of stuff that I can't post here on YouTube. There's a lot of stuff I cannot post on Facebook. I post up only what I can, only what I am allowed to without having more evidence destroyed. Trying to save lives here, not take them. Peace be the journey.